Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most important features of Haikyuu Legends that will totally shape your playstyle and strategies: the abilities. Now, I know some of you might be newer to the game, and it can be super tricky to figure out which abilities are actually worth your time and which ones, well, aren't. I've got you covered with an ability tier list to help you separate the good from the bad, so you can start dominating your matches like a pro. Abilities in Haikyuu Legends are more than just flashy moves, they're game changers. Whether you're looking to outsmart your opponents or just bring the heat, choosing the right ability is crucial for success. In today's video, we're going to rank all the abilities from the top tier powerhouses to the ones that might need a little more love. So sit tight and let's break down everything you need to know to make those big decisions. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking abilities in Haikyuu Legends. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The abilities in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Team Spirit. Alright, let's talk about Team Spirit. And no, it's not the kind of Team Spirit that will help you pull off an epic comeback. This ability is one of those on-paper concepts that sounds decent but completely misses the mark in actual gameplay. It boosts your teammates' speed for a short duration, and you might think, hey, that's gotta be good. But here's the catch, each player has a different role. So, while you're zipping around faster, your tank or support might not be using that speed to its full potential. It's like giving a rocket to a guy who's just gonna walk to the store for a snack. It just doesn't work. And let's be real, in a fast-paced game like Haikyuu Legends, speed doesn't always solve the problem. In fact, it's pretty much useless when you factor in how different team members need to focus on their own jobs. The extra speed doesn't make a huge difference when it's not helping with positioning, timing, or coordination. It's like trying to boost your car's horsepower but forgetting to put in fuel. Team Spirit might sound cool at first, but once you're in the game, you'll quickly realize it's just one of those abilities you end up forgetting about because, well, it's not actually doing anything helpful. The abilities in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Steel Block and Rolling Thunder. Alright, let's talk about some of the abilities in Haikyuu Legends that might not be the flashiest, but still have their moments. Welcome to the C tier, where things are a little more situational. First up, we've got Steel Block. Now, this one's a bit of a love-hate situation. It's got that potential to help you push toward a free point, but let's be real. The setup can take a bit of time, and it's not the most versatile move in the book. If you're rolling solo or with randoms, it might not be the most reliable, but if you're coordinating with friends who know what they're doing, you can definitely make it work. Then there's Rolling Thunder, not quite the move that's going to make you the MVP of every game, but it does have its perks. This ability gives you a boost of speed and lets you cover a lot of ground fast, which sounds pretty awesome, right? The catch is that it really shines only when you're trying to quickly get from one side of the court to the other. In public matches, where your team isn't always on the same page, it can be useful for quickly covering space and helping defend the ball. It's not the game changer, but it's helpful when you're trying to fill in the gaps. But here's the thing, neither of these abilities is going to win you the game on their own. Steel Block is great when you're in a coordinated environment, but in random matches, it's more of a let's try this out and see what happens kind of move. On the other hand, Rolling Thunder might get you to the action faster, but it's really about timing. You need to know when to use it for maximum effect, and that takes a bit of practice to get right. Ultimately, these abilities are perfect for players who enjoy a bit of experimentation or those who like to play around with different strategies. They're not the top tier must-have abilities, but if you're willing to put in the effort to master them and have a little fun with your team, they can definitely be more useful than they first appear. Plus, they bring a little flair to the game, even if they aren't the ones stealing all the spotlight. The abilities in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Redirection Jumps and Super Sprint. Alright, let's dive into some of the abilities in Haikyuu Legends that sit in the B tier. These abilities aren't quite the showstoppers of the S tier, but they still have their moments to shine. First up, we've got Redirection Jumps. Think of it as a slightly less flashy cousin of the curve spike. Instead of the ball following the tilt, you actually get to adjust your jump to shoot at a specific height and place. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't pack the same punch as the curve spike. Still, if you're in the right position, it can really mess with your opponent's timing, and that's always a win. Now, let's talk about Super Sprint. Yeah, you can probably guess what this one does by the name. It gives you a nice little speed boost for a short time. It's like having an extra gear when you're trying to block those fast smashes or chase down balls that are a little out of reach during defense. The problem, when it comes to hitting those crazy powerful smashes, it doesn't do much. Sure, you'll get to places faster, but it's not exactly going to help you land that game-changing hit. But hey, don't get too discouraged. Even though these abilities aren't the flashiest, they can definitely hold their own in the right circumstances. Redirection jumps can be the perfect move to throw off your opponent's rhythm when they least expect it. And Super Sprint, it's a solid tool to have when you need to rush to save a point or make up for a miscalculated positioning. In the end, both of these abilities are pretty situational. They're not going to carry your whole game, but with the right timing and a little strategy, you'll find moments where they really come in handy. So, next time you're picking your abilities, don't sleep on these B-tier options. They might not be the stars, but they can still make a huge difference when used right. The abilities in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Curve Spike, Zero Gravity, Moonball, and Boom Jump. Alright, let's talk about some of the abilities that can take your gameplay to the next level in Haikyuu Legends. These aren't the easiest to master, but trust me, once you get the hang of them, you'll be racking up points and leaving your opponents wondering what just hit them. First up is Curve Spike. This one's a legendary ability, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. Imagine being able to smash the ball and change its direction mid-air, catching the enemy spikers completely off guard. Sounds pretty OP, right? And the best part is, you can farm free points with it every few minutes. However, there's a little catch. It has a learning curve. So, while it's super effective, it might take a bit of practice to pull off those perfect curveballs. Next, let's talk about the Zero Gravity set. This ability is a rare one, but it's definitely worth having in your loadout, especially if you're not quite ready to unlock something secret yet. It's like a toned down version of the minus tempo set. What makes it great is that it automatically lines up your set for a perfect spike. No more worrying about the timing or positioning, it just works. If you're someone who's still getting the hang of setting up perfect spikes, this ability is a must-have. Moving on, we've got Moonball, another legendary ability that's a bit more situational. If you're a player who loves to control the game pace, Moonball will feel like a dream. With this ability, your next bump moves past enemy spikers for an easy point. It's one of those abilities that looks simple, but you have to place yourself just right to really take advantage of it. Get the timing and positioning down, and you'll be racking up points in no time. Now, if you're a beginner or someone who's just not comfortable with jumping around everywhere, Boom Jump is going to be your new best friend. This rare ability lets you jump super high, blocking all shots while you're defending. The beauty of Boom Jump is its simplicity. You don't have to be a pro at timing, you just need to jump, and boom, you're blocking everything in sight. This is perfect for anyone who's still getting the hang of the game or who just wants something that works with minimal effort. What's awesome about Boom Jump is that it gives you a chance to defend like a pro, even if you don't have super quick reflexes. The high jump helps you clear almost every shot, and since it's so simple to use, you can focus more on your overall strategy rather than getting stuck in tricky situations. For newer players, it's one of the easiest ways to get that solid defense game going. No need for precision, just jump and block. But let's not forget about the balance of things. Sure, Curve Spike and Moonball are flashy and awesome, but abilities like Zero Gravity Set and Boom Jump help build the backbone of a solid strategy. Zero Gravity keeps your spikes reliable, and Boom Jump keeps your defense rock solid. Whether you're an aggressive attacker or a defensive mastermind, these abilities round out your loadout in a way that makes sure you're covered no matter the situation. And that's the beauty of these abilities. Each one fits into different playstyles. Maybe you're more of an offensive player who loves to go for those killer spikes, or perhaps you're a defender who prefers blocking shots with ease. Either way, the abilities in A tier make sure you're equipped for whatever the game throws at you. At the end of the day, Haikyuu Legends is all about how you use your abilities to outplay your opponents. Whether you're curving the ball in midair or jumping high to block those impossible shots, the right combination of abilities can turn the tide of the game in your favor. So go ahead, try them out, and let me know which ones you love the most. The abilities in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, minus tempo. Alright, let's talk about minus tempo, a game changer in Haikyuu Legends. This ability is like the secret sauce to success. When you activate it, you instantly gain the upper hand by delivering lightning fast shots straight to the spiker. The best part? It's so unpredictable that your opponent won't know what hit them. You'll find yourself scoring points in no time, and the beauty of it is that it's not just about speed, it's about catching your rival off guard every single time. If you want to dominate in those high-stakes pro servers, minus tempo should be your top priority. It's the kind of ability that separates the casual players from the real pros. Master this, and you'll be the one everyone's scrambling to catch up with. Trust me, there's really nothing better when it comes to gaining the edge on the court. Keep this in your arsenal and prepare to rack up those points like never before. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.